and that's really sad.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. So guess who's Bizak? Guess who's Bizak, KD?
Who?
Jada and Will.
Oh my God.
Jada and Will. Guess who's Bizak? Okay,
Okay.
so Jada came out saying that she's still learning what love is, and everybody went into an uproar. Like, I didn't really have a big problem with her saying that because I feel like some people are still learning what love is and how to love somebody. So I didn't really have a big problem with that.
I figure everybody is always in the learning stage because
Right.
we're always growing. So you always have to learn to love that layer. I mean, what she and Will are doing, as far as like the open marriage, it is very unconventional, but it works for them. The thing of it is, they have faced reality for what it is. You get boring in relationships after a while. If you don't switch shit up, you get, you get bored.
Right.
And they just have decided to be unconventional about theirs and, agree to go. I mean, can I do it? I cannot see myself doing it. No, but that's what they have chosen to do, and it seemed to work for them.
Look, Katie, that's the second part of this. So Will also did his own interview saying that, Jaden comes from a family that doesn't believe in, that conventional marriage. And they didn't, and them together didn't want marriage to feel like a prison. They both wanted to feel like they are open to do whatever they want to do, and they're always going to still love each other and come back to each other. So, what's your thoughts on what's going on now with Will and Jada now? No, what's up? You all right? You froze?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
This tooth killing me, bro.
I can dig it.
But I, you know what? Again, if it's what floats they boat, because they've gotten to the point where they know what's best for them, their family, and their union. And what they're doing is what we always achieve, trying to strive for and achieve in our relationship, and that's continued growth, right? They're learning themselves as they get older, and they're learning what they want for themselves and also their relationship, and they're not afraid to voice it. Right? They're not allowing themselves to be put in a box or say, all right, well, because this is what I want now, and that I'm scared to tell my partner. They're open and honest with each other, and that's one of the greatest things that you can give your partner is openness, right? Because it lends to honesty, and regardless of how it hits you, it's still your honest truth. So with them expressing themselves, saying, "Hey, I want to know what love really looks like. Right. I haven't really know what real love was. That's why I did all the things that I've done. Right. And I'm still searching for real love. Even to him saying, hey, if I had the opportunity, I would like to have a whole little situation here with Holly Berry at the helm and all these other women, in my faction. But once he spoke it in existence or he put it out in the open, he realized that's not right. Right? Sometimes you got to throw your ideas out in the air and hear yourself say it and realize that ain't what's right. That ain't what's best for you to come to terms with. That ain't the best course of action for me to do to take in my life.
Sometimes you even have to experience.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people throwing Will under the bus saying Will just needs to put his foot down. He's letting Jada run all over him. So y'all think that Jada Pinkett is running all over Will Smith?
Will is doing his own little thing. Trust me.
But why is that always let me ask you a question, Karen, as a woman. Why is that always the narrative? Because she's doing what she want to do and she's speaking what she want to say. Why is it always the man is doing what he wants to do regardless?
Yeah, he might not be doing
anything. I really honestly think the man is not in that mix. You got to remember that man was married before. She's never been married. He had a failed marriage before, and he does not want to. He said it himself. I don't want to subject myself or my kids to that pain that my son Trey felt from the arrangement that him and his first wife had.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
this is why I say Will is doing his own thing. It's because he's accepting it and allowing it. So
Right. Right, but that's also a part of loving somebody, Karen. When you love
yeah,
somebody, you have to love them for for whatever they are.
yeah,
What
it's
I
free
guess he took
love.
his oath. I mean,
Exactly.
his vow serious for better or for worse. He's
Yeah.
showing that he loves this woman. He's not willing to walk away just because.
Right.
So that doesn't
I
mean
mean,
he's
I
doing out there
commend
doing his
him.
own thing. It just means that he's willing to swallow his pride,
Right.
be shamed, but also still at the end of the day love the woman that he's in love with.
Right.
Well, I don't think he's shamed. I mean, because like you say, they are loving without walls. That's what you call right there, loving without any walls whatsoever. Complete openness. And with that, I guess some pain will come. I mean, I don't know. Hell, I don't have my damn wall up for years. I
How do you feel about Jada? Or do you like Jada, what's her name? Jada Pinkett?
Jada, do I like her?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I have not looked into Jada well enough to form an opinion of her personally. I can say that um I admire her strong will and being able to, I guess, do. I mean, well, hell, I admire the girl for being able to show her damn face after the Alcina thing. I mean, what I think of her as a person, I cannot say now because I don't know her
But
personally. And
there's an admiration.
not for her and doing that, no.
No, but I'm saying you said you had asked you admire
A
some
strong will.
qualities that she has.
Oh yeah, I
You
mean,
haven't written her off
I
yet.
mean, she's got the red table. You can see the strength in her. The girl can hold her own. It's not that she need anyone. You know what I'm saying? That part, yeah, I do admire her strength because she believe in what she believe in, regardless of what the world see. I admire her for being strong enough to fight for what she believe in. Yeah, I do.
So on the flip side of that, if Will Smith was to had it done that and had a young lady entanglement, would we all consider him to be a dog and her as to be
The victim.
this hero? Because we paint her and we don't dog her out. She's not dogged like a man would be dogged if that was on the flip side. If Will did that, we would be ready to cancel him completely. Where we have admiration for her strength and how she handles herself and how she's taken her platform and has taken it to new heights. We've given her that. But on the flip side, would we give the same to Will and say, "Oh, he's such a great actor. He plays such magnificent parts. He does so much for his community that we're willing to look past that," or will we be ready to write him off the way we wrote off R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all the other men who have fornicated on their wives?
Well, I think that would decide. The situation itself would dictate how the public would react. Like the R. Kelly thing, the situation, the way it was dictated, it's going to cause ridicule. With Jada, yeah, it was presented. Jada brought it herself. She didn't allow it to have to leak out. When it came out, she was the woman about hers and said, okay, let's bring this to the red table. Yeah, I respect that. Had this happened with Will on the other end, which I've heard it have, and Will said, okay, let me bring this. Anybody who can bring their own shit to the table, I respect them. Now, again, it depends on how it would have happened with Will on if he had been ridiculed, I think.
All right.
Personal opinion.
As we wrap this up, the last part of this is: do y'all think that parts of marriage can feel like a prison? So let me know in the comments, and y'all too answer
Yeah,
the question. If
I
y'all
gotta,
think
yeah,
that parts of marriage can feel like a prison.
yeah,
Shit, I ain't
I
never been
gotta
married,
say
but parts
hell
of a
yeah.
relationship can feel like a freaking prison, right? Parts of a relationship can feel like a prison, and the reason why that is because people are so quick to stunt someone's growth. They don't want to see. They're so scared of somebody elevating, and that's what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to grow. and they want you to be stuck and stagnant in this person that they met, right? And they have this, they have this wall like, hey, I met you like this, and you supposed to stay like that. And the moment it becomes different. The moment you become different, or you look different, act different, or think different, now you're changed. And it's not that. It's just that we should be elevating together, growing together, growing as an individual first of all, and then growing into our relationships as we get older. We're not the same people that we were 5 days ago. I'm not.
Nail hit the nail on the head right there now. 100% true.
So what's your thoughts?
That's what I mean about Jada and Will. They love each other as they grow, because we grow. It's like a flower. It's like a tree. I just had this conversation with Ebony the other day. I say, in hard time and trouble, it comes so that we can grow. It prunes us. Pruning hurts, but it grows. Layers grow, and whatever grow out, we got to love that layer that grew out, or it's not gonna work. It's gonna feel like a change. And like Nell say, if you don't embrace it, it's gonna either stunt the growth, or it's gonna go, you're gonna go your own way. One of the two.
I think
people in the comments. I don't think that he said that. He didn't say, do you think of marriage as a prison? That's not what the question said.
Yes, it did.
That's not what the question was.
You gotta understand the context. You gotta understand the context, KD.
No, you did say, put the question back up there.
You gotta understand the context, KD.
Put the question back up there.
It's right there, KD.
Okay, no, you didn't have it like that before.
I clicked on the same comment that I just posted.
Okay, is marriage a prison? It can be like a prison, I guess.
I don't think so. It depends on how you approach it.
Right.
Marriage in a prison, it depends on how you approach it and who you approach it with. Prison, I don't want to be in prison, and I'm gonna shun that every time. I don't. There's no place for me in prison.
You damn stay locked up for 34, 38 years to one damn person and then come back and tell me.
Nah, but that's not a prison. That's like, hopefully, I didn't ask you to marry me for me to go to jail.
Right.
To sit in the cell for 23 hours and come out for 1 hour just to take a shower and have a little recreation. I married you because I wanted to continue my life with you forever, us to be together as a partner, not for me to not be able to go out here and live life. And living life does not necessarily mean I'm not living life with you or excluding you from the things I'm doing. Is us incorporating us together. That's what my life is, because I'm going to live life regardless. It's you as my partner who's going to be on the side with me, doing the things that I like to do and you like to do, and we doing it together. Right. That's not no jail. Because the moment you trip out and you talking about some getting your cell, I'm breaking out of that. Straight up.
Look, the context of it is, it can be a prison when you're telling me what I can and cannot do, what I can and cannot go outside, shit like that. That's the context of the question, KD.
Or you beat me over the head when somebody you beat me over the head when somebody comment on my Facebook page or like, ain't nobody got time for that. It's too much going on in the world for that to be the narrative. Like,
I understand. I got beat like that just for comments, and I understand. Like I said, it can be like a prison, because honestly, at times when I allowed it, that's exactly what I was in, a prison, until I broke free. And when I broke that wall down, that's when things went the other way, because a different person was there.
Hold on, Katie. Let's read this one right here. Tamara said, I wouldn't call it a prison. However, there are rules and regulations that should be followed. And there's always an early release option.
Damn. She got the clause in her contract, huh?
What are these rules and regulations, Tamara?
What's the rules and regulations?
Yeah, I need to know, what are these rules and regulations?
Ms. Hawks, what's the rules and regulations? Please tell us.
Yes. What are these rules and regulations? Oh, man. No, you filed for that early release program.
That's right, Diana.
She got a
Your
clause on her
marriage
contract. Shit.
Diana, I cannot say that. What you say, your marriage is what you make it. I tried my best
Right.
and
Sometimes
staying there for
your
years.
marriage is what you make it if you have a willing
I
partner.
tried my best to make mine something that it just was not meant to be.
Look, she said mutual respect basically are the rules and regulations.
Yeah, that's a good rule and regulation right there.
Right,
Respect.
but everybody's levels on
Ain't the same as yours.
Everybody's levels is different.
Some people don't even know how to love themselves, let alone try to love somebody else. Like you got a lot of people out here that's incomplete in their own category, in their own columns of themselves. And they searching for ways to complete themselves. So anybody that they come across is going to be a challenge.